So, today I would rather want to talk about something which is very, very personal. So, I'm often asked this question: are you a vegan? Now, in terms of my eating habits that I've incorporated of lately, maybe yes, because I've decided to not eat anything which is meat based. This includes any sort of meat, fish, egg, at the same time not consume any sort of dairy products, no honey. So yes, it might sound that I am a vegan, but this is not coming from the point of an ideology, but I believe from something which is known as common sense in my line of work. Let me just try to give you an idea as to how did I come into this standpoint. And please do not consider this to be a scientific research, something that is coming out from the mouth of a scholar. Let's consider this coming out from the mouth of a child who is curious about why we are standing here today. Why did we have to come up with an initiative that we had to end up cleaning a home that particularly belongs to you and I both, belongs to everybody? So why did we start this kind of work? Why was the requirement of such kind of work there in the first place? Now, is it natural for human beings to have plant-based food or cuisine? As per my understanding, no, it's not, because we have canines and they have evolved for a certain reason. So we are meat-eating species, first of all. But as far as my very faint little understanding goes, when we were evolving into an omnivore, we were not that smart, if I may say so, to come up with enough number of other things that would ensure the destruction of the environment and biodiversity. Back then, as we were evolving, there was a balance. If we were consuming animals and if we were fishing or we were having eggs, even in just the starting of civilization, we were not as polluting in nature and mentality as we are today. So we did not have skyscrapers, we did not have this many vehicles, this much of pollution, and our activities were a little more self-sustaining than what it was back then. So no, it is not natural for us, biologically speaking, to just be plant-based. But it was also not natural for us to just consider that this entire earth belongs to us and we own all of its resources. So it's okay if we do not keep it for any other species available in and around. And now we have come to a position where we do not even keep sufficient enough for our own species and successive generation. That is one. The second thing that surrounds the periphery is, do I want the entire world to be plant-based feeders? No. Then I can imagine the amount of pressure that we will be having in the land and the amount of crops and vegetables that has to be cultivated, which essentially means that half of the land has already been taken for our construction and our requirements, and the rest of the tits and bits of nature that is left is going to get converted into agro-based lands and other kind of cash crop generating fields. So no, I do not expect, first of all, the whole world to be plant-based, and it is not even a viable option. So what am I suggesting out here? Well, in an ideal condition, and there's a reason why this word is known as ideal, because it is still something imaginative and something we attempt. In an ideal condition, maybe it would be nice if we would have the entire human population come to an agreement where 3 days a week we eat meat and eggs and fish and whatever, and the other 4 days we go completely plant-based. This maybe might bring about a balance in our nutritional requirements in one hand, and in the other hand we also maintain the balance and restoration of the ecology that is needed. But is that going to happen? Well, I have not come across a truce in people to segregate their own waste which they generate in their residences. So having an ideal dream that the entire population is going to one day stand up and say that that's it, 4 days we are sacrificing and 3 days we are going to eat in a good balance whatever we want to eat. So that is not going to happen. So the reason why I opted for this kind of a meal or diet is because, let's say I am taking the step for two people, myself and X, and I don't know who X is, but X who is not having the time to think about this, X who does not think that this is valid, and X for nth number of reasons thinks that this is not a natural. I am taking the step for X. So maybe it is time for us to start thinking about this a little more logically. Yes, having a plant-based diet is not natural, but it is also true that when we were evolving as a meat-eating species, we had balance in other sectors and norms of life, which we don't really have today. And second of all, it is not going to happen that the entire world is going to come up with a truce of their diet and nutrition. So there has to be a section of people who will be taking up the role of going all the 7 days on completely plant-based and cruelty-free and animal-based, negation of animal-based products. So that small section can take the rule or take the place for 2 people. And finally, being from the domain where I work, if it is not us, then who? We claim that we care about the nature. We claim that we are trying to do something good for the environment. Then if we don't take the step of going all the 7 days ahead, then who will? It is not about setting an example for anybody. It is about standing up to your own principles and your own ethics. It is as simple as that. So this is not a plea that the whole world should turn into vegan in terms of the eating habit or something of that sort. That is your personal choice, and over the years I've kind of realized that you cannot force people into anything. But the reason why this explanation is given is because I was always asked as to you believe in science and you talk a lot about anatomy, morphology and the body structure and what is required and what is not. So why are you going with something that is not per se very, very innate and natural for the Homo sapiens sapiens? So this is rather an explanation or a very simple, clear understanding. It is not scientific, it is not research based, it is what my line of principles and ethics asks me to do. So I hope it is a very simple and clear understanding, and I hope everyone is well and fair and square, and places where maybe they can avoid extra consumption, they can avoid it. Now the reason why I'm saying avoid extra consumption, I also have stopped drinking tea out of tea leaves. So that's where the whole concept of spree with tea in the channel that we have came up with. Now the reason why I don't have tea leaves is because tea plantation causes a lot of groundwater depletion. Same reason why I avoid having rice, same reason why I have stopped buying new clothes and I go for thrifting or second-hand clothes or making my own clothes or recycling clothes. So it's not just about food, this is about making choices which are more sustainable in life. And I guess the options are innumerous, the options are various, and the options are multifaceted as well. So it's not just one thing that you have to do or you can do. Well, you can try out all these sustainable options. I have been doing a lot of research on having alternative things like alternative butter, alternative milk and cheese, and it is fun. I love cooking, I really enjoy cooking, and it has been an amazing journey to learn that my options have not really reduced, it has actually increased. Before it was only 1 or 2 kind of milk, now I can have around 8 different kind of milk, which means like different kind of curd, different kind of cream, and 2-3 kind of butter, and you can make quite a number of cheese, and taste may not be ditto and exactly the same, but A, it gives me a lot of satisfaction. 2, I'm just exploring my new range of taste buds, so it's fun, it is a learning process, and it is not a pledge, it is a trial and a growth and a step towards the next step of sustainability. So take care guys, and hope to see you guys soon.